Hustings webinar. Another year on, and another socially distanced Hustings. I've been given the difficult task of following Martin Hurley, who had this job in 2021. This year, however, the tables have turned and it's my turn to distract him. I'm Gareth Davis. I'm a British Chamber of Commerce board member and the CTO of DDX, a new technology consulting firm focused on smart cities and socially responsible technology programs. Today is an opportunity for nominated prospective board members to introduce themselves and explain why you should vote for them. If you have voted already and after today you wish to change your mind, you can change your vote by getting in touch with the team directly. Today's format is going to be a short introduction from me, a 2-minute introduction from each nominee, a quick note from Chris Cracknell, our chairman, and we'll finish with a Q&A session. This year, we have 16 nominees hoping to fill just 8 slots on the board. The 7 nominees with the most votes get a 2-year term, and the nominee with 8th place gets a 1-year term. Of these 16 nominees, 3 are current board members, 1 is a former board member, and a further 3 run committees for the Chamber. Some of the nominees have pre-recorded the video and others will be live today. Since the board has introduced a 4-year term limit, which is to be formally agreed at the AGM, it's sadly my last year on the board. I do keep threatening to put myself forward in future. Over the past 4 years, I've been lucky enough to work with board directors and chairs that specialise in a broad range of disciplines from travel and tourism, finance, legal, airlines, manufacturing, automotive, retail and education. From each of these people, I've learned something new. Things that I've applied to my own businesses and things I've seen integrated into the Chamber, both for the better. As Martin said last year, it is an honour and a privilege to serve on the board. It should also be an enjoyable experience. And whilst I joke about threatening to come back, if it takes me, I wouldn't hesitate. You're not here to listen to me. I've got a 2-minute limit on everybody, so I should probably take that for myself. It's time to get started with the introductions. Each nominee today will have 2 minutes to explain to you, 1, why they want to join the board, 2, what they want to achieve as a board member, and 3, if they're elected, what differences they will make. Members, please do use your votes wisely. They do determine the board for next year, and that has a direct impact on the experience of our members. As a reminder, your vote is due by 27th of January, and you should have received an email from the Chamber with an electronic voting form. The results will be announced at the online AGM on the same day. If you have any questions or need any help, please do reach out to the BCC team directly. Before we start, one final reminder to everybody who's doing an introduction today. You have 2 minutes. We all know how much some of you like to talk, and after that 2-minute mark, I will be interrupting you and stopping. So good luck to everybody. And first, let's start with David Quine from Yes Technologies.
Right, I've just put my mic back on. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself to the members ahead of next week's AGM and election for the new board members. My name is David from Yes Technologies, and our company has been a member of the British Chamber for many, many years. And during that time, I've also had the opportunity on several occasions to be elected onto the board. My past experience actually has enabled me to get an in-depth understanding of how the Chamber works, and I feel very confident that I can put my 3 decades of experience of doing business in Thailand to good use, once again, in assisting the Chamber to add value for the membership. If I'm elected to the board, I will focus on 2 main areas, technology and SMEs. On the technology front, we have very many talented members in the Chamber with excellent skills, covering a wide range of expertise. Let's make the best possible use of those resources and drive the Chamber forward with innovative solutions, events, and a clear communications to our members. We can achieve all of that through events covering topics such as security, cloud, internet, software development, and let's have some member-to-member workshop seminars. On the SMEs, well, SMEs are the backbone of the Chamber. comprising approximately of 80% of our current membership are SMEs. So if elected, I will actively ensure that we support our SMEs as much as possible. During the last 2 years, many small businesses have suffered quite badly, and as a member of the board, I would look to explore new ways the Chamber can engage, offering easy access to information and guidance to SMEs. As a member of the Chamber, your company expects good communication, friendship, and above all, opportunities to make your business thrive. If you elect me as a board member, I will help you to fulfill those expectations. Thank you for your time, and I hope you will vote for me at the upcoming election. 2 minutes is up.
I made that 2:20. Thank you, David. Now for the second David, David Norcross from Lexicon Business Communications.
Thank you, Gareth. Hello, everybody. My name is David Norcross. I'm the CEO and founder of Lexicon here in Bangkok. I'm originally from Manchester, and I've been living in Thailand for almost 20 years. So why do I want to be a board director of the Chamber? Well, I've been around the Chamber for over a decade. For the first few years while I was working at KPMG, I was mostly just an attendee at events, making friends and socializing. But I've taken a more active role in the last few years since I founded Lexicon 7 years ago. What's more, I'm already playing a leadership role within the Chamber, as I am presently the chairman of the Digital Technology Committee, which was the most active working group in 2021 in terms of the events that we're already organizing for the membership. Additionally, myself and my company have been working closely behind the scenes as Lexicon developed the BCCT's social media marketing strategy, which has seen the number of active followers increase by over 100% and engagement rise by over 1,000% just over a year. As a direct result, as of today, the BCCT is leading all chambers of commerce in Thailand in terms of LinkedIn followers, engagement, and sentiment. As an independent business owner, I have benefited enormously from being a member of the Chamber, from the connections I've made at events, to the lessons I've learned from hearing others speaking at events, as well as the referrals, support, and advice given by Greg and his wonderful team. I think the British Chamber is already doing a great job of helping members to succeed, and I'm confident with my experience and knowledge of the Chamber that I can help add extra value to members, helping them build their connections, introduce them to other members, and offer advice to new members. As a board member, I can use my experience as an entrepreneur, small business owner, and marketing professional to provide strategic guidance on the future direction of the Chamber. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your support.
5 seconds to go. Good job. Okay, thanks, David. Next, we will go on to Martin Hurley from the Lancaster, Bangkok.
Hello, Gareth. Thanks for the intro. I'm Martin Hurley, currently the Vice Chair of the BCCT, and I lead both the Travel and Tourism and the Events Committees for the Chamber. Probably not been the best 2 years for both of these groups, as we've not been able to host so many events due to COVID restrictions, and Travel and Tourism has been generally replaced by quarantine. But I'm really happy that whenever any restrictions were removed and we could hold BCCT events, we always did. So why I would like to continue on the board of the Chamber, main reason, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And I'd just like to build on the work that the boards have done over the past 2 years in, I would say, re-energising the Chamber. I think the work we've done on vaccines in the last year, our charity contribution has all been exceptional. The new advocacy group is fantastic and has had a great start. And from the announcements today, I think we should be able to have in-person events again from February. And I feel that I've been very active in supporting all aspects of the Chamber, and I want to continue to contribute and hopefully make a difference. And so if I was selected, what would I want to achieve? The goal for me is that I want BCCT to have the best events of any of the Chambers of Commerce in Bangkok. In November and December, I attended a lot of other Chamber events. I'm really happy to say that the British events, they were the best attended with the best food and the best drinks. Because of COVID last year, we couldn't do events from April to October. And I just want to show that we can do more. So I think this year we should be able to have a full diary, 11 months of events, and not just T3s. I want to get our business briefings, our workshops back on the calendar. I just want us to deliver great value to our membership. And the difference is that members will see if I am selected to rejoin again. For me, it's about continuous improvements. I think we've got a really diverse membership base, and I want to see that we can offer events that suit each industry that members represent. I think we've not for a while brought all our members in and asked them what they want to see differently from us. So I think it's time for us to do that again and refocus on how we can give great value to the members. And on top of that, I will see that we continue to pour fantastic wine at all of our events and see that we can offer great food because, you know, a lot of the people who come for the networking and they want to have a great time, so we can give them that. Have I hit my 2 minutes?
You have the 10 seconds over.
Well, 10 seconds, so thank you, and I hope you vote for me.
Thank you, Martin. Up next, we have Paul Coles from Nes Faircraft.
Hello, everybody. Yes, my name is Paul Coles. I work for Nes Faircraft, the global largest human capital company for technical recruitment and contract outsourcing in the world. I've lived in Thailand for over 8 years now. I am married to a Thai. I've also got 2 Thai children, or half Thai children. So I'm fully embedded and integrated with Thailand, the Thai culture, and from a personal level and also from a business level. I'm also halfway through obtaining my Thai nationality as well, so I'm going through that long process. Why do I want to join the Chamber? I think that I will be able to add positive value in terms of how the world is going digital and how they're trying to reduce carbon emissions. And there's lots of new startup companies that are coming into Thailand and they struggle or have challenges with knowing the demographics and the challenges that Thailand poses. So I believe that I will be able to help and support the people that are coming to the Chamber for advisory. I will be able to help and support them based on human capital and cultural challenges when it comes to resourcing their businesses, especially from an SME point of view. I'm also very much exposed to capital investments in Thailand. My main focus will be renewable energy, biomass, waste to energy, and something that is absolutely fascinating to me is the Smart City 4.0, and working with all of the architectural firms, technology providers, and infrastructure designers and architects is actually very interesting on how we are now turning into a digital city. And that's a hot topic within the Chamber and within society and business right now. So where I can add value to those conversations, I can add value to those events, and I can also do the question and answer of being impartial, knowing what all of the other businesses are doing in Thailand.
Okay, Paul, thank you very much. Next, we have Max Simpson from Steps.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, I'm Max. I'm the founder and CEO of Steps, a small organised social enterprise which models inclusive and sustainable businesses and provides work skills training to the neurodivergent community. I've been in Bangkok for 10 years and my organisation is relatively new to the Chamber. That's predominantly because I wasn't aware of the benefits for a small social business. But having had the good fortune to meet with many different board members over the past couple of years through different walks of life, I came to experience a really supportive and collaborative community. I want to join the board so I can be a bigger part of that community and extend the support I was offered to others. As the founder of one of Thailand's first social enterprises, I have the unique opportunity to work alongside several large organisations in Thailand that are at the beginning of defining their social responsibility, ESG and diversity and inclusion goals. I think that insight and expertise in this field could really benefit Chamber members. There are a few key things that I'd really like to achieve. Bringing representation and awareness of social enterprise here and helping to bridge the gap between social projects, SMEs and large corporates, as there's huge mutual benefits to be achieved from those partnerships. Offering guidance to the many organizations who are now moving away from traditional CSR and seeking more sustainable and impactful projects in line with their ESG and other goals. And I'd love to join either the CSR or the advocacy committee to add my support there. Partnerships and advocacy are two integral parts to my work, and these are values that I would absolutely bring to my role. I'm a big believer in creating a world that values difference. And as D&I is a key topic for the Chamber, I would really love to work alongside the existing supporters for more diverse representation. On top of all of that, I'm a very young entrepreneur, so I think I would like to raise awareness of that across the Chamber too, and have more young entrepreneurs be part of the Chamber. Please vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Max. Okay, next is David Hayes from Jan's Group.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's David Hayes from Jan's Group. We're a diverse group of companies concentrating mainly on the events and exhibition business. I've been a member of Chamber of Commerce now for some years, and although we're based in Phuket, I do spend a lot of time, certainly pre-COVID, in Bangkok, and actually even during COVID, I've spent a number of weeks in Bangkok for business purposes. I've attended many of the Chamber events across the country, in Pattaya, in Bangkok obviously, and the recent ones we've had in Hua Hin. So I would really like to be on the board to concentrate on how we are able to bring the whole country together for the BCCT, as I think that we need to expand the membership outside of Bangkok. I think there is a number of areas that we can achieve that. I think we can do that with the hoteliers, certainly down here in Phuket, more efficiently, and really bring the Chamber to the rest of Thailand, where certainly over the last 2 years we've been unable to do that due to the many restrictions that have been in place. So my role really would be to try and make sure within the board that we don't lose sight of the other regions of Thailand. And I know many of you from going to the networking events, and I hope you will vote for me in the upcoming elections next week. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, David. Next, we have Warapon Mupaisan from Lawton Asia Insurance Brokers.
สวัสดีค่ะ My name is Warapon Mupaisan. My nickname is Noi. I am a co-founder and director of Lawton Asia Insurance Broker, a British Thai company. Lawton Asia have been member of the Chamber for over 20 years, and we were also founding members of the Irish Thai Chamber of Commerce. And also my business partner, Jerome, is on the board of the EABC, the European Association for Business and Commerce. For myself, I am also a mother. Both of my children study locally at Bangkok Patana School. After graduating, my daughter, Karayan, took a gap year before she taking up a place at Cambridge University, and she just graduated and now working. And my son Connor won a golf scholarship to study in America, so he enjoys study and play golf there. Family means a lot to me, and I see the Chamber as being a family, with all members working to help each other and doing good in the local community. My own business started with just myself and my husband, trying to build a successful venture. I am pleased to say that now we have a company that serves the needs of both SME and international cooperation alike. But we have never forgotten how we start out. and how valuable was the advice that we received from the chamber members in the early year. I am now hoping that I can repay the chamber for that help by being one of those who share her knowledge with new members and companies who are new to Thailand. My main responsibility in Northern Asia include organizing employee benefit for clients and dealing with government departments, especially the Office of Insurance Commission. This allows me to keep our clients up to date with government policy on COVID. We were among the first to organize testing and vaccination, and we have helped those companies whose staff need to travel overseas to comply with the rules and regulations that changing on the time. Since now my children are making their own way in the world, I have been able to engage much more in our chamber. And over the past 18 months, I have attended many functions, ranging from Chiang Mai networking through to Northern Asia sponsor event with our chamber. I would like, should I be elected, I promise to be active board member and would be happy to head up a working group. I am a hardworking woman. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Okay, thank you very much. Next, I'm going to introduce Anne Bell from PCS Security and Facility Services.
Hi, thank you so much for the opportunity to talk with you today. So, as Anne, I run PCS here in Thailand. We are a large facilities management company. We've been present in Thailand for nearly now, so we're very woven into the fabric of Thailand. So why do I want for BCCT? So fundamentally, I do believe that British go further together than they would go alone. I believe that with an alliance comes influence, and influence will bring about change. My experience both with PCS and with Tesco, who I was with for 30 years, has taught me that the British Chamber shares my own personal values, the difference at a commercial and social level here in Thailand. My experience as a non-exec for smaller businesses across the years has also that the Chamber is a key resource and support for British SMEs in Thailand, and I would very much like to contribute to that. So what skills do I bring? 2 years business experience, 12 years experience in Asia, and 5 years of operational experience here in Thailand. I'm used to big businesses, challenges. I have a split career between HR, operations management, and transformation change. So actually, I've seen a fair share of problems. I know how to influence people, and I'm able to get things done. What value could I give to members? Well, commercially, I represent, in fact, the largest employer within the British Chamber of Commerce. Scale brings with it an ability to influence. I'm also well connected due to my career with Tesco to many other big businesses here, also many big family owners. Technically, I can represent over a number of fields and sectors, including B2C and B2B, offline, online, digital. Personally, I'm an ordinary, approachable type. I'm willing to engage, I'm happy to listen, and I'm a motivated problem solver. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Anne. Okay, next we have Jantima Hiraga from Pearson Education.
Hi everyone, nice to have meeting you all today and all the wearer of the BCCT member. I'm Jantima, I'm the current board director. This is already second year for me. So I'm very grateful that thank you for all the trust me on the contribute in BCCT. And the reason I'm the country manager for Thailand, for Indochina, Pearson Education, the World Education for the UK. So my experience is about bringing forward on the kind of education, working with the government, and also the reason why I joined because that's the thing that I want to bring up, kind of like understand and to know the people in the British company and the partnership that how I can dedicate on my knowledge of experience to helping that as active other roles as the vice chair of the advocacy group. That's something that to helping not only SME, international company that looking for the kind of barriers and something to help them not a part of investment, anything that concern on communication with the government, with the board or BOI or investment. That's something the one that we start bring up on the team and with the key partner that we are starting on the successful or the event on the reopening on hospitality for the members. And another thing that I'm quite passionate on the education, helping on the young program with for the healthcare on AstraZeneca and Arthur Vidyajio that introduce some kind of like educate on the kind of like delicate on the company for the BCCT. So that's something I can bring us this field on to the members. And again, I have the passionate to contribute. If I got re-elected again this year, I will bring have my passionate to bring forward to build in more wider on advocacy to have more kind of like communicate with the British government and the Thai government and also the company British Chamber. That's what is the kind of like something we can solve and working together in the future. And thank you very much for listening to me for today.
Thank you, Jantima. Okay, next is Georgio Gamba from Hsbc.
Hi, thank you, Gareth. Thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself. I've lived in Asia since 1982, having grown up between Hong Kong and Beijing, and subsequently I've worked in India, Korea, Hong Kong, as well as the UK. I moved to Bangkok in August of 2021 and was immediately co-opted onto the BCCT board to replace my predecessor at HSBC, who moved to Singapore. I've enjoyed being on the board and now have a pretty good handle on what is expected of me as a board member and how to best work with the rest of the board for the benefit of the Chamber's members. I'm proud to say that HSBC was one of the first companies to join the BCCT since its establishment in 1946, and that we have been an annual sponsor of the BCCT since 2007. I'm keen to continue to build upon the support that HSBC has provided to the BCCT over time, including the fact that 5 of my predecessors were all once members of the board. As the CEO of an international bank, I can help serve members by providing our unique perspective on both global and local economic trends by leveraging the expertise of our research colleagues or other subject matter experts, as we have done numerous times over the years. As a board member of the Association of International Banks, AIB, I can also help provide insights into the Thai financial sector. Prior to moving to Thailand, I was HSBC's head of public sector for Asia, and therefore feel that I will be able to support the BCCT and its members in driving further engagement with the government and other public sector agencies. For all these reasons, I'm seeking your support for re-election to the board and would be very honored to continue to represent the members in the continued development of the BCCT. Thank you.
Thank you, Georgio. Okay, so next I'd like to introduce Steve Duckworth from ERM and CM.
Thank you, Gareth, and thanks to all the members for listening today. Appreciate the opportunity to introduce myself and how I might be able to support the Chamber going forward. I'm a senior partner with ERM. ERM is the largest independent sustainability advisory firm headquartered in the UK. ERM is very closely connected with business. We're very much involved in new capital project development. Areas where we're seeing investment at the moment is in power, renewables, onshore, offshore wind, solar farms, green hydrogen, and technology sector, data centers, logistic warehouses. We're very involved in M&A activity, due diligence in those tasks, and overall corporate performance, particularly sustainability. And I'd like to bring that knowledge and understanding of climate-related issues and other sustainability challenges to the Chamber and to its members. I've been an active member of the British Chambers in Thailand, Hong Kong and South Korea for over 20 years, and 6 years as a board member, which included terms as Vice Chairman and also Chairman. I very much enjoyed those roles, and the benefits that we brought to the membership, to trade, and to British business during that period. My ambition to build on the experience in Thailand, Hong Kong and South Korea to the groups, the SMEs, key members of the membership. When I started in Thailand in 1997, we didn't have access to the corporate functions that we have now. So IT, accountancy, legal were very difficult for us, and I appreciate the Chamber and the network that they provided to connect me with those who could support, and not only support in terms of adding the skills that we needed, but also support in introductions to clients. So keen also to build on the brand for the Chamber. So when it comes to Thai business and government, they would look to connect with the British Chamber, look on building British relationships between British business and Thai business, and for partnerships not only in country but also in third countries to help put British business alongside Thai corporations. Keen to increase trade between the UK and Thailand. With increasing trade comes increasing opportunities for business. And last of all, and perhaps the most important, bring benefits to membership and their experience, particularly through our events. And in the events, in terms of trying to look to improve those, look for greater participation from a wider demographics, a more diverse group, including higher attendance from females and younger members of the Chamber. And I would look to work closely with the members to engage and hopefully bring about that same objective. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you. Great. Next, we'll have Carl St. George from Accel Electronics.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Carl St. George. I'm CEO of Accel Electronics. We're a cable manufacturer. We are an SME. I've been a member of the Chamber for 5 years, and we're currently a corporate partner, and we're an active sponsor of events. I'm also the group chair for HORHIN, so I work with the girls in the office, organising the events and recruiting, etc. I joined the Chamber 5 years ago and regularly attended networking events, and they've been extremely successful for us. You know, we found customers and we found suppliers. The reason I'm standing this year is I think we need more diversification on the board, not just from a gender or nationality perspective, but from company sectors. You know, we do have a large presence of large corporations and schools, which we appreciate, we need those, but I think we need more SME representation to support a significant number of our members who are SMEs. I think we need to get more active with the SMEs. We need to reach out to them, you know, see what SME expectations are, and let's work with them to support them better through networking events. You know, the networking events have become a very social event. I think because a lot of us have not seen each other for a long time over the last couple of years. But I think we need to make those events more proactive for attendees that want it. So I think we need to reach out to people before the events, you know, let's facilitate introductions. And I would like to start another internal group, which is maybe like an SME group, so that we can focus on the requirements SMEs need, and let's work to help our SME customers. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate a vote if you feel I'm suitable for the position, and hope to see you all at an event in the future. Thank you very much.
He's not here, so I can't thank him, but next we'll have Donna Norman from Lucy Electric.
Thank you, Gareth. I'm a director of Lucy Electric Thailand with a factory based on the Eastern Seaboard and the sales and marketing office based in Bangkok. I would like to join the BCCT because I've seen what you do for the business community as a whole. not just in supporting businesses themselves, but also in supporting people within those businesses through the young professionals and women in business groups. I would like to be part of that community, a community where connecting with other professionals to exchange ideas and share best practices, improvements, and opportunities is intrinsic to the day-to-day, where we can meet new acquaintances and make new friends and come together as a community and help each other. If selected, there are a couple of areas or things I would like to achieve as a director. I recently attended a lunch hosted by the British Ambassador with the Minister for Asia and other BCCT members. There were many discussions about some of the challenges that businesses are facing across a number of sectors. I was able to have an in-depth conversation with the Director of Industry and Trade about the Joint Economic and Trade Committee and what they're trying to achieve, and I sincerely believe I can contribute to many areas under this initiative. As I work and live on the Eastern Seaboard, I can represent all Eastern Seaboard members, especially those involved in manufacturing. So I would look forward to the Director's visit to our factory so I can get involved and active in addressing the challenges we face. In addition to this, I'm really passionate about people and helping people become the best that they can be. Working and living in Thailand has allowed me to face cultural diversity and opportunities to learn and make a difference on a daily basis. This has allowed me to become culturally aware, and I have the ability to accept and understand other viewpoints. And I believe these attributes will serve me well in supporting young professionals and women in business. Whilst I'm new to the BCCT community, I come with 30 years of experience, not just only in finance, but across operational roles and across a diverse range of industries. I see this as an advantage in that I may come with different viewpoints or curiosities. I have a reputation for seeking new excellencies, and I have strong commitment to achieving goals and pursuing solutions. As such, I feel I'm ready for the challenge, and I will help BCCT members by working with the BCT on projects with the embassy or other groups such as the EEC and BOI. Logistically, I'll be in a position to help facilitate getting things done on the Eastern Seaboard that have been on the cards for a long time, but have had their challenges or have been encumbered by recent environment. I'm here to help, I'm here to support, and I'm here to be a team member and a team player. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, Donna. Let's go with you. So, Stephen Frost from ICR Thailand.
Okay, I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. My name is Stephen Frost. I qualified an awful long time ago as a solicitor in the UK. I have 28 years experience in Thailand. I have many years of service on the board to my credit, and I'm currently chair of the BCCT Legal and Taxation Group. So I guess things speak for themselves. My primary role, as I see it, is to ensure that BCCT members are regularly apprised of changes in the law and in taxation that may affect their business interests or their activities in Thailand. I'm also keen to see that BCCT maintains close working relationships with relevant other institutions, for example, the Thailand Board Chamber of Commerce, and also our colleagues in other chambers in the Association of Foreign Chambers. My long experience in Thailand gives me a very close idea of the problems that foreign companies and British companies in particular face in setting up their operations in Thailand. For example, problems under the Foreign Business Act, land ownership, employment law, taxation, and property purchase and leasing. It's my firm intention to continue to see that members are apprised of changes in the law that affect their business activities. On the issue of equality and diversity, many of you will know of my close personal relationship, and I'm keen to see that the British Chamber maintains positive policies in relation to equality and diversity in its staff. I think that's about all I want to say. Sorry for the technical glitches earlier on, and look forward to seeing you all at a future meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Okay, next I'd like to introduce Rachel Jones from Bangkok Patna.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rachel Jones, and I'm Head of Admissions at Bangkok Patna School. Bangkok Patna, for those of you who don't know, is the oldest and largest British international school in Thailand. And we've been a member of the Chamber for over 20 years now, and a sterling sponsor for the last 5 years. Many Chamber members are also current or former members of the Bangkok Patna community, so there are further sort of strong ties between our two organisations. I've lived in Thailand for over 17 years now, and through work and other associations, I've got strong links in both the British and the Thai communities. I've actually been attending British Chamber events since I arrived in 2004, but I would really like to contribute more directly now. Having worked in Thailand through both challenging and prosperous times, I do understand some of the difficulties faced by businesses and also the opportunities for success. I think this experience stands me in good stead to serve as a representative of the British business community in Thailand. As we start to emerge from hopefully the challenges of COVID, I think it's more important than ever that the members of the Chamber continue to support each other through sharing of expertise, contacts, and supportive partnerships. Personally, I believe very strongly in the values and benefits of diversity and equity, and I'm really keen to promote that diversity within the Chamber membership, including the growing involvement of businesswomen in Chamber activities. I would also like to support more outreach programs in education, training, and philanthropy. I would really welcome the opportunity to join the Chamber Board of Directors and work with you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, we'll have Robin Spencer from Prudential Life Assurance.
Hello everyone, I'm sorry I'm not able to join you in person as I have a board meeting this afternoon, but I just wanted to cut a quick video to talk about my potential as a board member of the British Chamber of Commerce. I think a couple of things that I can potentially bring value on. Firstly, my energy and enthusiasm to get things done, and also an extreme amount of pragmatism, which I guess every businessman needs. Secondly, I've got through my current positions as CEO at Prudential and chairman of a couple of asset management companies here in Thailand, I've got a lot of connections that we could potentially leverage from banks, hospital groups, as well as the regulators such as the Bank of Thailand, SEC, and the OIC. Clearly, I've had over about 30 years of experience in financial services, and that's given me a huge amount of exposure to international deals and to M&A, and I sort of understand my way around the commercial world pretty well. I've also got a lot of experience as I've travelled across various different countries over my extensive career, I guess, is in dealing with embassies in multiple countries to try and advance both British and company interests. And I guess the last thing which is probably relevant is I'm a proud Brit, born in Sunderland actually, and always happy to support the interests of the UK in whatever way I possibly can. I would hopefully be able to dedicate as much as my time as is necessary to the Chamber of Commerce, and hopefully provide a little bit of variety in terms of what I can bring. Anyway, with that, I leave it up to you, those who are voting. Thanks so much for listening to this.
Thank you, Robin. Okay, thank you everybody today for your presentations and introductions. There's some great candidates to vote for, so please make sure you do get your votes in. Next, I'd like to pass you over to Chris Cracknell, the British Chamber Chairman, who will reflect on the changing role of a Chamber Board Director before a short Q&A session. Chris, over to you.
Gareth, thank you. And firstly, can I say thank you to all of you who've presented today. The quality and diversity of those standing for election or consideration for election to the board is fantastic. And I think only goes to show the level of energy that's building within the British Chamber and what it means to British business here in Thailand and wider. Talking a little bit about the British Chamber and the role of a director, I mean, the structure is relatively simple. And if we just deal with the formal side first, myself as chair, supported by 4 vice chairs and the board itself. And we meet once a month. During COVID, some of this has been by video conferencing, but we prefer to meet in person. The board meetings themselves are follow a standard protocol, and we are succinct and don't waste people's time at those meetings. And that perhaps represents the formality of how the British Chamber works. But the other side is, how do directors really help drive, represent the interest of members and make change within the Chamber and achieve success? Well, we have a very active executive led by Greg and the team. But each director that's working within the Chamber has individual skills, different time availabilities, different contacts, and different sized businesses that contribute to how our chamber operates. And there is scope for everyone to contribute and shape and listen to how our members want the chamber to behave and things they want the chamber to get involved with. And we want to encourage participation from all types of business and all types of background into the chamber. We have our active working groups, and these are the primary reach out to members where they can participate if it's in advocacy, if that's of particular interest, or in the events, if that's of particular interest. It's about bringing together your skills in the areas you want to contribute. We don't force people to put in time. We want you to give it freely and actively and make a difference in the way it works. I think also for me, and looking at the chamber, it's important that we move forward. It's important we have a diverse board, and it's important that we have a chamber that represents the values that are relevant today and for the future. And I think it's also important for us as board directors to leave the chamber in a stronger position than it was when we joined the board. And I think that's a key goal for everyone that participates. Everyone's voice is equal. You can contribute and contact either myself, the executive, or other board members to get things done. If you've got issues or points, stumbling points, then raise them. Let us know about those issues and we'll overcome them. Lastly, the most important thing for me is, yes, we want your contribution. Yes, we want your time, participation, your ideas, your brains, your energy behind the chamber. But in return, we want you to have fun and get reward out of doing the role. It is fun being in the chamber. It certainly opened my eyes to a whole range of new businesses, to a whole range of new people to meet, and a whole range of new opportunity for British business and British business people here in Thailand going forward. So again, a very big thank you to all of you who've participated in this process. It's a shame that perhaps not all of you can get on the board this time round, but if unsuccessful, please can I encourage you to get involved with some of our working groups. You can actively participate there as equally as a board director, and stand again, please, in a future time. Thank you for great presentations today, and I'll hand back to Gareth now to lead the Q&A. Gareth, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Okay. I'm not sure if any Q&A questions have been asked already, but you should be able to ask them through the Zoom platform. So if anyone would like to go to add any questions, there is a Q&A button at the bottom of the Zoom system, and then you should be able to ask them in there. Greg, were there any questions sent separately to the Q&A system?
No, nothing. just a quick heads up, while this has been going on, the team's been inundated with people wanting their voter logins. It's one vote per company, but if you haven't had a voter login, do contact us. We are able to deal with multiple votes per company. So yeah, don't worry about that. If you haven't had the login, do tell us.
Okay, we'll give it another couple of minutes, and if not, we'll finish just ahead of time. Okay, I have a question from Miroslav. Are you answering that one, Greg, or am I? You're muted, Greg.
Sorry, many have tried to do that. Yeah, I'm not sure how to cover the unique skills of the individual candidates. I would hope that they've done that themselves during the presentations. Miro, if you want to contact me offline, I'm quite happy to follow that up. Cheryl, no, I said it's one vote per company. You're correct. It's one vote per company. What often happens, though, is that we have multiple contacts in companies. So there is a facility under Election Runner to remove votes, and we then contact each member company and say, you know, who do you want to vote? We don't assume that the main representative, the CEO, is voting, because that may not be the person who participates most within BCCT. So we have to make those judgments. And I know there are a number of candidates who are standing who are not CEOs who do participate more in chamber activity. So we remain flexible, but it is one vote per member company.
Okay, that has answered all open questions. We've got a couple more minutes, otherwise maybe everyone could email any questions in for now. Yep, okay, so if anyone has any questions, please do reach out through the team and we can get back to you with answers. Thank you to everybody who presented today. I guess this video gets put up somewhere for anyone who's missed it. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, just reach out and we'll go from there. Good luck, everybody, and we'll find out. We'll see how everyone did on the 27th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gareth.
Thank you very much.
Well done, everyone.